Hello everyone, it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet, and today is Saturday, 29th maybe, of January, and 2022, and this will be Charm Chatter 275. Can you believe that? Holy cow. I am in the, I'm going to call this the craft studio, so we can differentiate between the yarn room. Really, I should call it the junk studio, because if you could see what you can't see, oh my god. But thanks for joining me up here, because this is where I tend to want to do my filming, and I'm sure that I will be changing out the background here, or moving things around and stuff like that occasionally, but that's down further on the list, because I'm still working in the yarn room. We did get a lot of stuff moved around and cleared out of there, but that was up here. It's a lot of work. A lot of it's fun. I'm enjoying myself, don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't know where to go next. That's my problem every time. Okay, I got that part done. Now where am I going to put this? Where do I want that to go? I don't want to rearrange it 3 times to get it right. So that's where we're at with that. And as it progresses more, I just got that junk that was under the window. I got that all cleared out, gone through, sorted, and that is the vanity that was there is what I'm sitting in front of right now. So that's exciting. And the bookcase that we took out and now put back in is there now. So yay for that. So this will be the filming station. I think that's pretty much what I want to go on here, is that I have it all set up with stuff on it that I want to talk about. So hopefully nothing gets forgotten. And I hope you enjoyed joining me here. And I'm glad that you're here today. If you're not a subscriber, hit that little button. Put the little bell on if you want to. I appreciate all of your, I appreciate all of my yarn friends, and the fact that you watch me is amazing to me at all. And I hope that I keep you coming back and continue to be friends. So today's video is going to be what I've been working on and what's coming up. So as we all know, I have the crochet along for, well, let me show you the big one. For the mosaic trivet. This is an Annie's catalog. I am Annie's Crochet Calendar. I am not affiliated, by the way. I know I don't think I've ever said that, but I'm not affiliated with Annie's in any way, shape, or form. This was just where I could find a crochet calendar. I will try to link it in the description box below. You can order it PDF online for, I think it's $5.99. You can get I think I paid $15, but they're on sale now, I think for $5.99 plus $5 shipping, for the calendar. And at the back of every month that you get a new project, at the back of the calendar is the pattern. So this month for January is this trivet. I made mine and I didn't bring it up here. And anyone that makes any type of mosaic this month puts it on my Facebook group page, Charm Grammy Crochet group, I think. It will be linked anyway. Put a picture there, or email me at charmedgrammycrochet@gmail.com. Email me a picture, and I will put you in the drawing on the 31st. So I actually do the drawing on the 1st, when the new one breaks open for February. So what will you win? This, some people did do some mosaic, like washcloths. I think I had a scarf in the pictures. I did the trivet, and I used Premier Home Cotton, and it was just scrap that I had, big ones that are now littler ones. So I had said that I was going to give out 2, but I'm going to do 3, so you get a little pop of color. So there's this one is Premier Home Cotton in the color Golden Oak, and so it's a variegated which I thought might be really cute if you did the white or the yellow, which is, this is a peaches and cream in the color Sunshine, which is very nice. It's bright, but it's not overly bright. And then I have Premier Home Cotton in the color Cream. Yeah, the colors aren't showing up. I don't know if it's the window light or, because let's see if we get you more in the window. Nope, then it looks white. Okay. Anyway, the color is Cream. And so I thought, if we throw that yellow in there, you could do a yellow and white and use that. It's got some yellow in this too, as like maybe a border around your project if you wanted to. Anyway, so I threw in the white or the yellow just for some bonus color. I was just going to do these two, but I thought, oh, let's throw a bonus color in there. And then I used a 3.75 hook to make my trivet. And I found this Susan Bates. I use Clover. And that's like the only thing I really use. But when I was at that yarn store with Rosalie from Yarn It Out and Jen, Jen Reeves, my friend, we went together. And I did do a little video on that. But the yarn store had these Susan Bates with a grip on it, and I had never seen that before. But like I said, I don't, as a general rule, I'm sorry, I gotta write things down, or if I could put them in the description box. I don't, as a general rule, look at hooks, but I never saw one of Susan Bates like that. Now I've heard people have told me, oh yeah, I've been using those kind for years. No, okay. And then the best part of the prize is this. I think it's awesome. Purple is my favorite color, and this has got purples and blues and reds and pink, or lavender. I don't know. It is 954 mixed berries is the color, and it is Pima cotton from Verano. So you will also get this. I would not suggest making a dishcloth out of this or a wash rag or a pot holder, because this is nice soft cotton, and I don't know how this goes in here, but it's coming apart. I think it goes like that. So anyway, this is the prize packet that I will be drawing a winner from on the 1st of February. So then the 1st of February starts the next crochet along, and so I'm going to show you what it is, just so that if you want to participate, you can get your stuff together. And this is what it is. It is just a heart garland. Now I've read the pattern, and they call for, just 4-weight worsted yarn, whatever you want to do. And the pattern gives you the pattern for this. And there is how to make the cording and how to attach. Annie's wants you to hot glue on here, onto your cord. I'm not doing that. I've already decided I'm not using hot glue. My luck, I would just melt everything with an acrylic yarn. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it that way. But I'm going to make a garland to go around Chloe's Christmas tree in her room, because she does not want to take the tree down. And I'm like, well, you can't have Christmas on it all year. And I knew this garland was coming up, so now I probably see a monthly garland in my future to redecorate her tree with. But, there's nothing wrong with hearts all year long, right? Shamrocks next month, I don't know. So anyway, if you do not have the Annie's crochet calendar and you want to participate in this in February's drawing, YouTube has a lot of heart like appliques, or just which is what I would just search heart appliques, crocheted heart appliques, and I'm sure 100 of them will come up. And then make a chain, and you can hot glue onto it apparently, or I'm gonna single crochet the chain. She says do a chain and then come back with a slip stitch in in every stitch of the chain, and you can make the chain as long as you want. You can make as many hearts as you want. for the crochet along, you can't just make one heart and say I'm done. No, you gotta do a garland. And you could take it apart later. I mean, I don't care. But that will be the case. You'll have to do, you know, a small garland. So you do have to do, you know, a garland. Doesn't have to be huge. She doesn't, the pattern doesn't say, you know, you got to make so many hearts and, you know, all that. It's, but, you know, do a garland. Don't just do a heart and say, that's it, I'm done. And then again, the posting will be the same way. And that's going to be the rules for that one. So that's the prize for that. I do want to show you, I do have finally a finished object that I can show you. I still can't show you the test pattern that I did, but I did finish the blanket finally. This is the Calming Comfort Calming Comfort. I think they calls it an Afghan. I'm just going to leave it folded in half for you. And the pattern is by Jeannie. I don't know the last name, but Mikey from the Crochet Crowd did the tutorial on YouTube. And if you don't want to, you know, I would suggest, you know, supporting Mikey and what he does by watching the tutorial, even if you don't need to follow it. There is a written pattern, but this is the colors of my blanket. I think it turned out really nice. The pattern is 60 rounds. I did not do 60 rounds. I ran out of yarn. So I did not do round 58 and 59. No, wait, 59 and 60. I did round 58. And then I did do 59 rounds, but not the rounds that were on the blanket. I did through round 58, and then I only had a little bit of yarn left. And I was afraid of playing yarn chicken, so I just did a single crochet for the last round, which would be my 59th round. So I ended it with just a single crochet stitch. And I left my scrap yarn ball in my scrap yarn bag because it was like this big. What did I use? I used Mandala. I used the Mandala, 2 of the regular mandalas in the colorway Gnome, and 1 of the bonus mandalas also in the colorway Gnome. So that's like 2,300 yards of yarn. And I'm going to tell you, for working in the round, this was the greatest. Having this bonus for the bigger parts of the blanket was fabulous. I know it's like twice as much money, but you get twice as much yarn. And so when you don't have to, you know, weave in as many ends, and your colors, I think, go around better. You know, like you have bigger sections of each color on the bonus cake versus the little ones. So for the little ones, like most of the time, the yarn would go around the whole thing at least one time, around the whole 4 sides of the blanket at least one time. There were a couple of colors that didn't, even when it was very small. But if I had used 4 of these, of the small ones, I think a lot of times my colors would not have gone around as it got bigger. So I was really glad to have that, and I'm real proud of myself for thinking to do it in that manner. So there's that. Then I am working on a cowl that Jada in Stitches with her, she's doing a monthly crochet along to learn Tunisian, and I don't want to do a sampler blanket, so I decided I would do a cowl this month. And I'm not pressing myself to be done every month with one project. It depends on the stitch, how much time I have. This is, you know, I want to learn Tunisian. I want to learn more about Tunisian. And I love the look. This is the Tunisian Simple Stitch. And I just love the look of it. In the back side, somebody told me this also hit a stitch name. Now I can't remember what it is. So if you do the simple stitch and you turn it over, you get this. And both sides, I think this is the purl stitch on this side. And anyway, I totally love the way it's turning out. I am using Sweet Divinity yarn. From Hobby Lobby, and I love it. And I am using a 5.5 millimeter, I think they call this one an afghan blanket. No, this anyway, it's a Tunisian hook, and it's got the stopper on the end so your stuff doesn't come out or off. Totally love that idea. But what I really like about this hook, just in general, is this big thing that says what the hook size is in the end. I mean, doing Tunisian is like a cross between knitting and crochet. So as a crocheter, you have to really kind of get used to the bigger hook and all of that, you know, the length of this and the yarns on there when you're trying to crochet. And so like it's taken me some time to figure out the best way or the most comfortable way for me to work with it. But I don't have to worry about it falling off the end. You don't have to worry about that with regular crochet either. But I love the fact that I can stick this in my bin. I have a, from the Dollar Tree, one of those sorting things that you're supposed to put like paintbrushes in or markers or whatever. I use one of those for my Tunisian hooks and whatever hook I'm working with on the projects that I have out, because I only have one set of clover hooks. And they're my favorite, so I use them all the time. And I have a case for them, but the one for the projects that I'm working on right now, I have the hooks just sitting there, except for the one that goes in my to-go bag. But right now, this is in my go bag. So anyway, if all of my hooks had a big thing at the end where I can just say easily know what that is, like on the clovers, I know that the brown hook is my 6 millimeter. That's my favorite one. That's the only one I know. The other colors, I don't know what they are. So a big sign at the end of it would be awesome. Now, the one thing I do love about this, which is, you know, it curls, which I'm sure is really in the whole life of Tunisian and knitting and everything is a real pain in the rear end. But I can roll it up like a scroll. It rolls up really nice. And this is my bag I take to work with me. This is my go bag. Just I love to have a little project to have in my go bag. And it rolls up and fits in there so nice. I love it. And this was gifted to me, and I apologize, but I can't remember who gifted it to me. I've had it a couple of years. It doesn't have a tag to say who made it. But I totally love this bag, and it's my most used bag. It's starting to fray, and I'm so sad about that. But I take it to work. I take it on car rides if we're just going to go on a short, 20-minute drive and Roy's driving to the store or whatever. This is the bag I take with me. It's got scissors in there. It's got the tape measure, hand cream, lip gloss, because it's, dry lip season here in Ohio anyway. And my little project. And I take it with me everywhere. Gets a lot of use. So it's not quite big enough to sew together to make a cowl yet. But I think it'll be reversible, and so that'll be kind of cool. And if you crunch it down, because it's like this high, so if you crunch it down, maybe you can see both sides, at the same time a little bit. So I'm really excited about that, and I think Amanda will probably steal it from me. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty darn sure of it. So I have one more thing that I wanted to talk to you about starting. I'm doing another crochet log. Let's start with that. I'm going to do Nan's Next Knots, Luck Up the Draw 5. I am making a shawl, and for the life of me, I can't remember what the name of it is. And I can't look it up right now because I'm recording on my phone. But I will have it linked, and maybe I will put the name right here. it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful shawl, and you make like motifs and connect them as you go, and they kind of look like a flower. Not 100% a flower, and they're supposedly hexagon shaped. I mean, I watched the video. They're hexagon shaped, but they look round. And I'm going to be making it with a base color of white. And so I'm going to start the center of the motif in white, kind of like I did with the Luck of the Draw 3. I mean, Luck of the Draw 4 with the Christmas blanket, because I want my motifs to look like flowers, not just random. And I thought, I have a lot of white, and I thought it would be a good color to use. So I'm using the yarns that are like Caron Simply Soft. So I have a couple of Caron Simply Soft in white, and then I have other, you know, the soft shiny like this. And I will show you those. So I'm sure y'all know all the details of all this yarn that I've talked about today. So I'm going to pull out a color out of the bag, except for the white. I have a big twist, soft touch in white, and like they're interminglable. I mean, nobody would know because they won't be touching each other. But I don't think I'll go through all of the whites that I have in this. Oh, that's another Simply Soft. So I have a big twist. Oh no, this is Caron Simply Soft. I have 3 Simply Softs, and then I had this one big twist soft touch. And I put them all in there. I'm going to make fringe on it. The pattern does call for fringe, and I think I'm going to put the fringe on it. Depending on how much I have of the other colors, it might just be white fringe. I don't recall that there's really a border on it, but maybe I will border it, and because I got 4 skeins of white that I can donate to this project. So now I have 8 other colors in here because Luck of the Draw from Nan's Next Knots requires 1 base color and then 8 other colors, and you number those colors. And she, every Thursday, starting, Luck of the Draw 5 starts on February 3rd. So every Thursday, she puts up a video and draws a number out of her leprechaun hat, and that's the number of what you will make this week. So I'm going to write these down as we pull them out, and I'm going to mark with my permanent marker the number so I can know what it is. So this might take me a minute, but I'm going to just randomly reach in and grab a color. So color number 1 is going to be Big Twist Tranquil in this beautiful mint color that is actually called Mint. So mint is going to be color number 1. I wanted to do a pastel shawl. Oh, something pastel out of these yarns. And you have to forgive me, my bag is on the floor. Number 2. Oh, this is Big Twist Tranquil in the color Bubblegum Pink. And let's reach down deep. Number 3. Oh, yellow. I love yellow. This is Big Twist Soft Touch in the color called appropriately yellow. Very creative with the numbers. I mean the names. That's number 3. Let's see what's number 4. Number 4 is called Pale Blue, and that is also a soft touch. Now, the difference, there is a difference, just so you, the soft touch and the tranquil, I mean, they look, this one is soft touch, this one is tranquil. I mean, they look pretty much the same, but there is 270 yards in the soft touch, 371 yards in the tranquil. But they're both 4-weight acrylic. And they're the sleeky, silky, shiny. And it says to use a US 9 5.5 millimeter hook. So I'll probably use a 6 because that's my go-to color. I like go-to number. I like the 6. Okay, number 5 is Soft Touch in the color Magenta. And let me write my number 5 on here. And number 6. Oh, number 6. Now this one is a Caron Simply Soft, and it's not being very cooperative over here with hanging out very nicely. Let me just put that together. This one is called Gold. Oops, wrong thing. And this is number 6. I like it in there with those colors. And number 7. Woohoo! You know I'm going to love this one. This is a Soft Touch in the color Lavender. Number 7. And last but not least, you can't have a flower garden without having green. This one is called Spring Green. It is a Soft Touch, and it is my color number 8. So let's see, what are we going to have these looking like when we get them all together? Oh, come on. I don't know if we can get them all together. We're going to try to do this. But, you know, these are sleek and silky and probably slippery. And this one and this one. So what do you guys think? And white and a white. So what do you think? I think it's going to be pretty. I'm excited about it. It's going to be very Eastery, springy, colorful. I'm going to like it a lot, I think. The pattern seems to be pretty simple. So I'm very excited to get started with that in a couple of days. And I'm very excited that I finished the calming blanket. I wanted to have that done before I started the look of the draw. Now, Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too and I were supposed to start, or had talked about starting a top that we want to make. She's been ill, so I think we're going to put that off for at least another month. I know she's got something else going on that she's working on as well, another crochet along. So I think we will put that off for a bit, but not too long because it's for summer. It's a summer like beach cover up top thing. So I don't think we're going to be working on that this coming up February. I don't think we're going to start it. And I will try to put a picture of it here. It's a pattern by Anu. But if you'd like to join us when we do get started with it, you can go over what you would need and try to get that together. But I think we'll probably put that off until March. I have to talk to Nancy, but like I said, she's been sick, and I hope you feel better, Nance. I hope you feel better soon. So that is where we're at today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited to get this video up for you. And I don't know how much of the yarn room I'll get done the rest of this weekend. I have other plans. I'm hoping to get more stuff done in there, and I can show you some progress maybe on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. If not, when it's done, I'll show you. So thanks for hanging out all this time. I hope you want to participate in Nan's Next Knots Look at the Draw 5. We have a really great time with it. She does have a Facebook group page that you post on and can chat on. Some of us have gotten together in Messenger and chatted and shown our progress each week. I tend to nag her because I get up very early on Thursday mornings. And I, uh, which she's in a different time zone than I am, so I'm a couple hours before her anyway. So poor Nancy. By like by 8 o'clock my time, I've been up for 6 hours, and I'm like, Nance, come on, here's some coffee. Let's get a move on it. But it's probably 3 o'clock in the morning her time, and she's like, leave me alone. um, but we do look forward to the video every week and enjoy the whole camaraderie with making them all together. And you can make anything you want. She does have a pattern. This is her pattern. This was my first Nan's Next Knots, as a matter of fact. I made a Ruana, and that's what this pattern is. And Nancy will go over the pattern with you if you want to use that and make whatever you want out of it, a blanket. I mean, that's the basic what we started with. I haven't made, well, yeah, I did, because the last one was a blanket, but I didn't use that pattern. So you can do whatever you want. You just have to commit to so much every week. And it's all just for fun. And it has been a great deal of fun, which is why I'm doing, now this is the third one in a row that I'm doing. And I hope, I kind of feel like I don't ever want it to stop because I have a great time with it. So I will see you guys next video. Thanks for hanging out, like I said. And thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and just being a part of my yarn friends. The Facebook group is growing, and so that's pretty exciting. We get to see, spend more time together there. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.